Hello and welcome to Daily Burst on PFTV, your quick and refreshing soft angle to news on society, lifestyle, culture, and stories that matter. I am Jennifer Faga. Here are today's stories putting people first. President Bola Tinubu has ordered a comprehensive review of Nigeria's security architecture, with a committee given 90 days to develop a five-year defense strategy. The committee, comprising top defense, security, and intelligence officials, is expected to assess emerging threats and strengthen coordination among security agencies. Meanwhile, the Nigeria Police Force has handed over more than 11,000 recovered arms and ammunition to the National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons for Destruction, in a move aimed at preventing their circulation among criminal groups. Meanwhile, the federal government says Nigeria received 15.8 trillion naira in additional resource from fuel subsidy savings between June 2023 and December 2025. PFTV's correspondent gives us the details.
Finance Minister and Coordinating Minister of Economy, Taiwo Oyedele, disclosed that 5.4 trillion naira went to the federal government, while 10.4 trillion naira was shared among state and local governments. The disclosure has renewed calls for greater accountability, with analysts and civil society groups questioning how the additional funds have impacted citizens' welfare. Budget reports that the combined revenue of Nigeria's 36 states rose from 4.84 trillion naira in 2022 to 15.53 trillion naira in 2025. However, the share of spending on education and health declined during the period, while state borrowings increased. The federal government says it plans to launch a transparency portal where citizens can access the budget, development plans, and audited accounts of the 774 local government areas.
Stay with us for more news after the break.
On PFTV Spotlight, the heat is real.
Can you defend your promises? Can you face the people? Can you survive the hot seat?
Politicians, leaders, contenders, one by one, they face Nigeria's toughest political conversations.
No scripts, no excuses, just the truth.
This election season, don't just hear promises.
Welcome to Nick's Hot Seat, only on PFTV Spotlight.
Your one stop where stories come live.
Welcome back to Daily Burst on PFTV. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has appointed Abel Enitan as the new head of civil service of the Federation. Enitan, currently the permanent secretary in the Federal Ministry of Education, will assume office on August 27, 2026, succeeding Didi Esther Wilson-Jack, who is retiring after attaining the mandatory age of 60. According to the presidency, Enitan is the most senior permanent secretary in the Federal Civil Service and has served in that capacity for 7 years and 7 months. Also, the federal government is restructuring the National Board for Technical Education (NBTE) to better align technical education with Nigeria's labor market and the need for informal workforce. Our correspondent now reports.
The Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, says the reforms includes a KPMG-led review of the NBTE and the development of 31 national occupational standards to make technical and vocational training more practical and employment-focused. The review, supported by 1 billion naira from TED Fund, has produced 27 new occupational standards and updated 4 existing ones. Alausa says the reforms will create clearer skills pathways from artisan-level training through national certificate, OND and HND programs, while strengthening polytechnics and other technical institutions.
We'll take yet another break to be back shortly. Please stay with us.
Before every doctor, before every lawyer, before every engineer, before every journalist, there was a teacher. The men and women who shape our future often do so without applause, recognition, or reward. Now it's time to say thank you. Time to celebrate the teachers who believed in us, guided us, inspired us, and changed our lives forever. Introducing My Teacher, My Hero, a special television program dedicated to honoring exceptional teachers across Nigeria. Share your story, nominate a teacher, celebrate a hero. Because every success story begins with a teacher. My Teacher, My Hero. On People's First Television, PFTV, where stories come live.
You're watching Daily Burst on PFTV. The Federal Executive Council has approved an amendment to Nigeria's mental health law to decriminalize attempted suicide. The coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Mohammed Ali Pate, says the proposed amendment will shift the focus from prosecuting people who attempt suicide to providing them with medical, psychological, and social support. Pate said the executive bill will be transmitted to the National Assembly, describing the reform as an effort to end colonial-era laws that criminalize attempted suicide. On the foreign scene, at least 100 people have been killed following a landslide at an illegal gold mine in the Central African Republic near the border with Cameroon. The incident occurred on Tuesday at the Zamboye mining site about 50 kilometers from Bamboa, where hundreds of artisanal miners were reportedly working. Local authorities say the collapse may have been caused by a failure of underground tunnels. Burying several miners, survivors were taken to the hospital in Bamboa as rescue team continued searching for victims. That brings us to the end of this edition of Daily Burst on People's First Television. I am Jennifer Faga. Stay informed, stay inspired, and stay connected. This is PF TV. Have a great day.